What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of Culture with Reno Z. We are officially live. It's a great honor to have as a special guest Mr. Sam Adamo from the Bordello podcast, correct?
That's right. Yes, the Bordello on YouTube and any audio platforms. We're putting ourselves out there. We're doing what we can. We're doing our best. That's what I always say. It's a humble little contingent of the English speaking Italian community that seems to listen and I'm very grateful for that little community, and that is where I operate. It is a very humble number of listeners that enjoy the pod, but I have fun doing it. That is right. That was a
Yeah,
crazy intro.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah,
Thank
with
you.
the gunshots with the Peruvian flute. That was that was electric. Yeah. Oh, that's
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, I've been following you. Maybe I think from last year. You're pretty impressive. Even the little shorts you do on TikTok, those are pretty impressive.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I sell my soul and post on TikTok. Unfortunately, it's what it is. Yeah, we're well, you get it. It's hard to be a small channel trying to trying to grow, and I'm just trying to take advantage of TikTok before they ban it and reveal that China's actually been
Mm,
I don't know,
weird. I never heard of that.
mining all of our. You've never heard about China using TikTok to undermine American society? You have never heard of it? How it's a tool being used to control the West and make them stupid and make them even more
Wow.
obsessed with sex and promoting stupid stuff like women twerking in America, but promoting athletic achievement and scientific achievement in China. You haven't heard about that?
No, to be honest with you, this is the first time.
Well, I pretend I don't know it and I just post
Huh.
on it anyway. And I say, hey,
Okay.
as long as it's out there and they're putting my stuff in front of the eyeballs of strangers, I'll do it. I'll sell my soul. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm on TikTok. Yes, I am. This is a fun tone to start on, huh? Isn't it? I mean, we're going to talk more about football, I think, than about China's plan to de- to end the American empire. But yeah, that's the board. That's why the pod is called the Bordello. It's because it's a fucking un bordello. It's a
And
macello.
Bordello, yes.
My brain is a mess. So it's wherever it takes me. Unfortunately, for better
Yeah,
or for worse.
you're pretty impressive on that. Well, before anything, guys, put a like and subscribe. And of course, subscribe to his channel on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. So same with me, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. As I know you're a Juventino too, diehard, correct?
Yeah, I would. I'm a Juventino. Yes, I have a tattoo on my skin, so I think that makes
Oh,
me. I think
I
that
have
makes me a
Juventino.
diehard. Yeah, I think that makes me a diehard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. I I'm not as into it as when I was a kid, but I follow them. I follow all their games. So yes, that's. I do my duty. I fulfill my
Yeah,
duty.
same here. It's always good to talk about, especially with Juventus, which we are going to talk about Juventus. Of course, the Inter Milan and the Juventus game, this famous game, of course, that everybody is, uh, you know, waiting for.
The
So
big one, yeah. It's always
it
great
is,
when it's the two best teams in the country that are facing off against each other. They're the two biggest, but it's always great when they are also the two best and when it's tight. I think we might be choking, but you know, it's a little too early to say. So the game still means something, you know.
well, yeah, then it's one of the biggest rivalries. Like I always call these fellow Inter Tristi Cartonati. So we just gotta wait and see
Sure,
who will
yeah.
be the best. We'll find out on Sunday who will be the best one. Because for me personally, uh, when it comes to these games, I get kind of scared, you know.
But
So
I like that that they're doing better now than I don't know. In the decade, there was a period of time where it wasn't even a competition. It was a joke. It didn't even
yeah,
exciting anymore to play Inter. It was a given. It was a given that we would beat them, and if we didn't, it would be a catastrophe. I mean, obviously, losing that game on either side is very upsetting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I think when both teams are really good, it's kind of like there's a sportsmanship there where you're like, all right, we're sad and mad or pissed off, whatever. We're mad we lost, but at least we lost to a good team. It's we lost on a sporting level, and it is what it is. But if a team is significantly worse than the other, which Inter were for a long time in their band, then losing to them would have been, even worse, because then it's like the sign of doomsday. It's like, wow, the hell did we lose to them? We're so much better than them. Now we're closer, and I kind of like that there's a little more uncertainty going into it. A game like
yes, because we have the chat. Yeah, we have the chat. Giuseppe from England. Sono dei ladri. Yes, they are. But noi siamo dei ladri, giusto, Giuseppe? For them, we are ladri. But in theory, they are.
Who steals better? Who steals better? That's
it's more them this year than us. Let's be honest. They have been given a lot. Like nobody's judging. No, nobody's judging the way they're playing. They have been kind of crawling, because the last games it wasn't that great, even against Fiorentina. Yes, they win 1-0, but it wasn't that great.
Yeah. I always love when people call me by my last name. Ciao Adamo. Bro, everyone who's fucking typing in these comments is Italian, and probably they don't they're it's the most Italian guy ever. He's like inverting. He's like an Italian guy. You go, ciao, come ti chiami? Salve, Adamo Samuel. Adamo, come ti chiami? Adamo cosa? Samuel Adamo. He's like inverting it. Why are we doing this in English right now? I've always wanted to do a podcast in Italian. Everyone fucking.
Well, we can do on my next on my other channel, because I don't have that much subscribers. Like slowly it's growing. We can do next. But this guy Antonio, he lives in New York, I believe. He knows how to speak English.
Oh, so, he knows how. Okay. Yeah. I say we make this un saluto da Newcastle. Porto la bambina a letto.
Oh,
yeah,
grande.
Nice.
Yeah, he's good too.
That's a good father right there. Well, listening to two wops talking about Inter Juve when his daughter should be going to sleep. What time is it there? It's almost midnight in England.
Yeah,
what are you doing? Still up?
Yeah, he's a good guy. Sometimes he does lives with Gobbo Toscano, one of my paisans from Italy. Okay. He's good stuff. Him and another paisan, so he's really good.
That's an Italian baby right there, going to bed at midnight. That's good. She just finished dinner and she just put her cigarette down. She's getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah. So about this game, we all know we are the biggest rivalries. I always go back and forth with the Interisti, especially on my channel. I always like to give it to them, which they give it back to me, but it is what it is. But I tell them, for me, it might be a tie, but of course, once we're going to win, I'm going to get super drunk, because I'm going to be with the Juventus Club of Vancouver. And of course, if we win, oh, mamma mia.
Yeah, I don't do the clubs much. I don't. There's not really one out here. I tried getting into them when I was younger, and they're not super. The whole organization isn't that formal out in Montreal. But I was in New York in December, and
wow,
and I popped into one of their watch along gatherings, and they're very serious. It's fun when you don't do it often. Once in a while, it's a real. You have to be very committed to the lifestyle. You have to love the team a lot, to drive, to go watch it with other people and feel like, you're in a community of other people that also like them. But I just watch alone. But I will say it's nice once in a while to, this is a change of scenery, a little bit more energy, the crowd rises together, the anticipation rises, when a pass to send that guy on a breakaway goes through, everyone kind of gets together. Oh, if the pass gets fumbled, it's fun. I don't do that much, but this is it's a good move. You should be doing it if there's a couple of games to do it per year, this is definitely one of them.
Well, yes, I have my friend James Lapierre. He's from the Juventus club, a good friend. And
Okay.
which I even went to Los Angeles last year with the Juventus club. I met the players. I watched the Milan game, Milan Juventus live. So
Yeah.
it's a good experience
Very
to go
cool.
watch them live. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Then of course with the Juventus club, and over there at Los Angeles, the Juventus club of Hollywood, of Los Angeles, very good. So
Yeah, it's not really my world, but yeah,
uh,
chapeau to those who get up and go watch the games in public all the time. Someone's saying I caught a lot of Sam's content over the years from Turin Giants and Calcio Pod. Respect. James Lapierre is he French Canadian? Comment below. Are you a Canadian guy with a French name, or are you from Quebec? I'm
no,
curious.
no, he's half French, but he's Canadian.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Right,
He's a
right,
good
right.
guy.
No, I'm just curious if he's one of mine. If he's one of my guys. His dad is French Canadian. Nice, super. Yeah, there aren't many of them, but they're fun. A lot of people don't know about how fun the French Canadians are, but they're some of the more. He was just in Montreal 2 weeks ago. He's saying cool. Yeah, there's some. They're probably the more fun. They're probably the most fun people in Canada. I don't know if you've been out here, Reno, but they're very
No,
fun.
I would love to go to Toronto because I know there's a big community at Toronto of Italians, especially my paisans.
Huge community, but
Yeah,
French people in Quebec are very fun. If you told them you are from Italy, they'll detect the accent a little bit. They'll be into it. They'll buy. They party. They're good. They're good guys. They're like yeah. They're hospitable. Very hospitable people.
yeah. We have Antonio here. Ho capito bene, venite entrambe dall'Abruzzo.
Mia mamma
Well,
sì, io sono nato e cresciuto a Modena, però mia mamma è dalla provincia di Chieti, dunque sì, Abruzzo, come no.
Abruzzo. Io nella provincia dell'Aquila, Celano. And your dad was he from? Sorry,
Cosenza. I
Cosenza,
follow,
Calabrese.
yeah, I kind of follow them. I follow them a little bit. My mom's the team from my mom's town is dead, so they were in
Yeah,
Serie B for a while, but they dead, as they say. They are they're not coming back. Sometimes they die and come back. These guys aren't coming back. It's
I see.
Virtus Lanciano.
Oh, Lanciano, I've been there.
The Eucharistic miracle at that
Yeah,
church. Yeah, there are a bunch of devout Catholics from around the world that just come and cry before this, like I don't know, this chalice that apparently I don't know, that like blood poured out of or something. I don't know. Some shit happened in like the Middle Ages. And yeah, and for Lanciano to come back, we will need another Eucharistic miracle. What's this? Someone just said that Cosenza features in an Ultras book. Is that right? Because it feels
that's
like
what my friend is telling me. Yeah,
James is saying
interesting.
Ultras book, Cosenza big feature in it. In a book about Ultras, because it's funny. We have a guy from Katie in the chat. Respect. Yeah, it's funny because the people in
Small world.
Cosenza, yeah, I'm telling you, we got to do this in Italian. But you're missing
No,
out. You got to
we
do it.
will eventually.
I think you should just pivot. That's my 2 cents. I'm gonna, when I sign off this, I'm gonna go home and do my. Well, I am home. I'm gonna go do my thing, have dinner, and go about my life. And you do what you want with that information. But I'm saying you should pivot into. You should do both. I think you should pivot back and forth between the two. But
Yeah.
although it does limit who you can get on. But you could actually, you could do Italian people or English, and whatever the person speaks is what.
Well, the
what
thing
they
is to
speak.
do in Italian, we have to do it very early, like 12 o'clock my
It's a
time.
good.
You know what I
It's a
mean?
good point. Yeah, it's
So
a job. It's a gig for an unemployed individual. Unfortunately, yeah, it's one of those. It's hard to do European friendly content in North America unless you have
exactly.
a very unconventional setup. But no, Cosenza, man. I mean, no one goes into that stadium. I'm surprised to see. That they were featured in a book about ultras. They're not that huge down there. You'll see the odd like piece of graffiti in the town,
Yeah.
Shouting them out, I guess. But everyone in Cosenza likes Juve, or Inter.
Yeah, a lot of Calabrese.
But it's
like,
there's less local support for your local club. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how diehard they are. I think it's like a hobby for a lot of people. They'll watch the big club and they'll kind of passively once in a while go to a local game. someone just commented if I'd heard about the priest in Cosenza. No, I have no clue. Did
No,
he did he
didn't.
did he cure cancer? Did he cure a kid? Did he, I don't know, did he did he heal a kid of leprosy or something? Cure a kid of his blindness? I
I
do not
have
know
no
it.
idea. We have Raf here from Ontario. He's a Lazio fan. Buonasera, Raf.
Okay.
So, moving
Duce,
on, my
Duce,
friend.
Duce.
What are your thoughts about this game? Then we can talk about how you think about the players, the coach, and calcio in general.
That's very smart. I said Duce and you pivoted immediately. That's good. You're a professional.
I try.
He said Lazio Duce. Oh, what do you think about the game, buddy? Hang on. Sorry, I just want to read this real quick. Grab the book. I don't know what the book
Oh,
is. You don't
sorry,
have to
bro.
say what the book title is, but grab the book, okay, of Ultras, wherein Cosenza is featured. He, as in the priest from Cosenza, was the biggest ultra. Famous story in Italy, apparently. Okay, so a big fan of the team, was a priest in Cosenza. I've not heard of him. It sounds interesting. I'm happy to pick the book up if you send the title in. What do I think about the game, Reno? I think, I do think, I think this might be one of the, I don't want to sound like, I don't want to sound like too much of a nerd here, but I reckon this could be one of the old time games. I do. I think this is going to be an old timer. This is going to be a classic match. I think it's going to be a fiery one. I think we're going to remember it for a while. I feel like we haven't had a real high stakes title game race in a while. It's been a couple years.
Yes,
I think this is going to be the next in a long list of big games that we remember that we haven't had for a while. I just have a feeling. I don't
like
know
the
that.
famous Cinque Maggio between Inter Juventus.
Yeah, maybe not that big, but
We'll see.
maybe like do you remember when Zaza scored for us in like the 89th minute against Napoli in a season where we were chasing them all year? It was 8 years ago. Like, that's one I remember. That's a title race game that I remember really clearly. Remember when Koulibaly scored an own goal like 5 years ago?
Yeah, something. Yeah,
There's
I
just a
remember
few
that.
moments that
2018.
stand out. Yeah, I feel like this could be like one of those where Lautaro will get one and like Vlahovic will get one, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you could see that kid Yildiz maybe
Oh yeah, he's
cementing
in his
himself
time.
into the lore a little more. Everyone likes him, but I don't know. The stage is set for him to take destiny into his own hands.
Well, he probably might start because Chiesa should be playing, but probably the second half. But I won't mind seeing Ildiz playing. So
why do we not play the three of them ever? I mean, this isn't the game to
that's
try
you
it
have to
out
ask
in.
Allegri. I ask
No,
that question all the time.
it could work. I could see the three of them all collaborating nicely. I don't think this is the game to try it out, but
Eventually,
I wouldn't hate it. There isn't really any forum for him to try stuff out because there's no margin for error, right? Alcaraz will take time to settle in. He's a nice, tidy player. I like him a lot. I saw that video. This guy Chris on Twitter, who does Turin Giant stuff, sometimes posted a video yesterday or earlier today that I liked of him scoring a goal for, I think it was Huracan or whoever he was with in Argentina when he scored against Boca, and he was taunting their fans, and I liked it. I like a nice Argentinian piece of shit.
it was
South American piece of shit is a valuable asset to any team, and we lack one right now. I think I'm happier with him than like a Federico Bernardeschi, who we were flirting with bringing back.
Please no! If that guy ever comes back, I was gonna lose it. Then there were so many names like Bonaventura, stuff like that. I'm happy that Giuntoli got this guy because his brain is to get the young guys, and he's pretty good scouting players that we don't know. I know a lot of people say, "Well, we don't know about this guy, this and that." Well, I trust Giuntoli, so let's wait and see.
like him. I like a guy from Argentina or Uruguay that plays mind games. So I'm a fan. He's got a fan in me now before he's even stepped foot on the pitch. I think. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think is he even going to be in the squad. Probably, right? I think the point is to have an instant impact. What was that comment that just got pulled up? Sorry, I didn't see that.
Sorry, every team needs a shit house of player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need a guy from South America or like Eastern Europe, and a guy who fucks up the base, as I once heard a British man say, he fucks up the base. Yeah, he fuck up the base. It's true. It was David Vujanic a long time ago. This guy who was on Copa 9, he said that about Paolo Di Canio. Paolo Di Canio fuck up the base. He fucks it up. That's what I'm stealing his. I remember what he did. I'm stealing what that guy said and did. That's his bit. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Is McKennie's out now, or what's the story there?
No, I think he should be playing. I haven't heard anything. I know
Should be
Rabiot
playing,
should be back, so let's hope to see some great action. Because usually, I don't know about you, with Allegri, we've been kind of sleeping. But before the Empoli game, it was exciting. So instead of seeing the
Start the kid.
Cortomuso,
Yeah.
I would like to see the Super Muso, as we've been seeing against Lecce, Frosinone. So let's hope we see it. I know it's going to be hard against Inter, but let's wait and see.
I would start the kid. Fuck it. I want to see blood.
Well, I don't know if he's going to put him right now because he just arrived today. So
is he actually a tough player? I know very little about him. I honestly don't follow the Argentinian league closely enough that maybe if I was younger, I would have heard about him. When I was a kid, I would read about prospects and stuff, Football Manager, you come across names and you recognize some, but I had never heard of him. And Southampton, I think, are Southampton still in the Premier League, or did they get relegated to the Championship? I think they might be in.
No, they're in the Premier League. He plays with the Serie B of,
what does that mean?
The Premier
League
League.
of what?
Well, the lower
is in the Championship
division,
right now, right? Right. Yeah, they're in the second division, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think I could be forgiven for not following the trials and tribulations of the second tier. I've not been following who every second division club in England has been signing. I've never heard of him, and I know very little about him. But I'm hoping he's a piece of shit on the field and not just with the head games. But not just with the head games. People have to understand this game will not decide the Scudetto. L'Inter will decide the Scudetto. Hang on, let me restart. People have to understand that this game will not decide the Scudetto. L'Inter si fregherà contro l'Atalanta, non preoccuparvi. I don't know.
Io speriamo bene. Everybody's thinking it should close.
I don't know. Yeah,
I've been hearing from a lot of people about this. We can talk about it. Whatever who wins, it will decide. And I heard this from IFTV.
If we lose it, so IFTV they like to.
But it's a little bit too much, my friend.
They like to know what's going on. They like to talk about they know what's going on, but they don't. It's whatever. It's the opinion of a guy there. How's this? It's a one-way. It's a one-sided lose and you're out thing. If Inter lose, they could still win the Scudetto, but if we lose, it is probably donezo.
No, I think, well, we have one campionato. Inter has the Champions League too. So for me, anything can happen. Like we've seen it 2 years ago, Milan and Inter were they're fighting for the Scudetto. We did not thought that Milan was going to win. Then Inter, they just choked against Bologna. Then Milan took advantage of the situation. So
they're not going to fumble the whole thing if they beat us on the weekend. If they tie us, it's still bleak, but there's a chance. But they cannot take a larger lead over us. If they do, they will not fumble enough times. They will not fumble it a sufficient number of times for them to, fall to below first place. There's no way. Lautaro Martinez is playing too well.
Until Lautaro Martinez is healthy, And usually with Inzaghi, we know at this time it goes downhill. So we'll see. I never said they're not a better team. I keep on saying to my fellow Intertristi, because they always say, Inter's the best team of Europe, this and that. In Italy, they're doing
Europe, I don't know, man. But it's
more the exaggerations of some of my fellow Interisti. It's unbelievable. They make it sound like the Real Madrid.
Those dogs, those dirty dogs.
Trust me, buddy. I just have to give it to them back and forth. especially if we win on Sunday. Oh, I'm just gonna. But I keep my mouth shut till the end. I can guarantee you, if you win for Badanzi, it could cost 35 million easy. Porca,
Porca puttana, che peccato. Porca puttana. Porca
I know,
puttana,
but
raga.
Badanzi, they just took Roma. They're supposed to get this kid last year, but I don't know.
I like that kid a
Was it?
lot. I've liked him since before
No, I like him too.
last weekend. He's interesting.
Hmm.
He's interesting on the ball, which is nice. It's always
Yeah,
fun. It's always exciting when a guy's good with the ball, you know? I know that
yeah,
sounds simplistic, but some guys are it. Some guys are it good with the ball. And the players that we like the most in football are the ones that are good with the ball. Truly, like that's what it's about. If you are a younger guy and you have just the confidence to hold on to it and look up and beat a guy, that's a game changer if you could do it, consistently and at the highest
yeah.
level. I like him a lot. 35 million feels like a lot for him. Is anyone really going to pay that much?
I know it's too much. Which is
I
that's
I don't think anyone's paying that, man. I think they're
no.
overplaying the hand. No one's stupid enough. It's not 5 years ago, bro. They would not
I
pay.
know,
They would not pay
especially
that much.
now in Italy, it's really bad.
There's no way. No, there's absolutely no way. And Empoli will need the money, and he won't resign for them probably because he'll know, if he could sign for a larger club and stay in Serie A, particularly if they ever get relegated, which any given year they could, then he's gone. So I don't know how long his contract is, but I think they know they can't keep on. They're not. He's not going to be a bandiera for them until he retires.
No,
As
no.
things
There's
are
no
going
bandiera.
now.
This.
If that happens, that'd be a catastrophe for the kid, based on how things look now. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I do like him. Yeah, yeah, that's Baldanzi. I like him.
Yeah, I like him too. Thank you for bringing up Antonio. Antonio always have some good ideas to bring up. So, going on with this game, let's keep it short. What do you think the result? I say 1-1. You for Sunday's game, Inter Juventus.
I think I don't I I
It's tough.
if I thought we'd lose, I wouldn't watch. I still would, but you know what I mean? It's 2-1 classic. That's 2-1 is the result you always pick when you think it's a tough game that your team very well could lose because you don't want to be too crazy and say we're going to win 3-0.
No,
You're like,
no.
they're going to score. We're going to score 2. We're going to win. We're not going to win 3-1. That's not getting too crazy. That's 2-1 is the default that anyone ever predicts when they're not really sure that their team's going to win. But I'm saying 2-1. I think Vlahovic
Okay.
scores. I think Vlahovic scores 1. I think Lautaro scores 1, and then I think it's best man wins. That's what I think.
Yeah,
We're winning or
maybe.
losing. We're winning or losing 2-1. My
Okay.
opinion.
Well, hopefully see Vlahovic score. Maybe Keza or Ilvitz again.
I would love for Perin to score. I do not care, but yeah, I
Perin,
suspect.
yeah, he's a goalie.
I don't care who scores, but
Yeah, well, you just, okay, I got your point.
I
Yeah,
suspect Vlahovic gets one because he's doing it now. He's swinging his genitalia, and he's in a committed long-term relationship with a lovely lady who's private on Instagram. So I think that bodes well for him. He's got his life.
that's why he's scoring now.
It's all figured out. That's Dash and Dave from Turin Giants. Think that's what it is, and I agree with them.
100%.
How's that? What are you drinking?
I'm just drinking some club soda.
Club soda. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
On the health. Dry February. Still doing dry January. He's done. You look like you were having a bella biretta.
No,
Uh,
I'm not for
I
tonight.
was
Maybe tomorrow.
like,
Maybe.
I was like, all right, this guy's comfortable. It's nice. This guy feels comfortable around me. He might not have underwear on for all I know.
No. So, yeah, let's wait and see. But what do you think about Calcio Italiano in general? Because you talk a lot about it. I see on your TikTok and stuff.
What do I think about it in general? It's the most entertaining. It's the most entertaining brand of football there is. It's a soap opera all the time,
Yeah,
obviously,
soap
which is nice.
opera.
But it's, that means that there's not a lot of risk taking. It's a lot of guys who like the idea of having the social prestige of owning a club, and they want to keep owning it. And I think a lot of club owners are aware of the perils of owning a team and how it can all go to shit and how you can wind up like Virtus Lanciano, where my mom's from, as I said, who are dead now. They don't exist anymore for all intents and purposes. I think everyone's aware of that. And I think it's a bunch of guys trying to gain a competitive advantage through that, and cheating, and
Exactly.
bringing in old guys who are reliable so they could just stay up and keep making money, so that they can, pay their wage bill, and don't let the 18-year-old kid play, because we got this 35-year-old guy from Montenegro who scored goals for Palermo back in 2014, and he's 37 now, but he's a name. And at least if we fail with him, people will say, well, it was they brought Alberto Gilardino in. He played for he played for Milan once upon a time. He was a Champions League player. He won a World Cup. Sure, he's 34 and hasn't scored in a year, but hey, it's Gianpaolo Pazzini. Bring him in. Why would we give a chance to the young kid? Send him to Serie D instead. I mean, look, I think that the academies are good and coaches just don't play them. But it's not
That's
because
the
they're not good
problem,
enough.
because we have good young talent.
Feels like it. It feels like it, right? But the tactical discipline required by coaches in Italy, I think, is what leads to what we see, where they're not trusted. Players are not trusted until they're a little older.
I hate that. I hate that
17-year-old a chance.
mentality, bro. I really hate it.
Well, but say what you want. It's worked for us overall. It's worked for us. I know we didn't qualify for 2 World Cups in a row, but I don't know. I don't even know how symptomatic that is anymore of honest to God, I don't even know how symptomatic it is of the problems in Italian football. I think we just got a little unlucky the second time. And I think the pressure the second time on us from having failed the first time.
Well, we were missing players too, like Chiesa and company. They always put these vecchietti. Now we got young players, so hopefully we do good for the Euro, which is going to be tough. And hopefully, but I really want to see them at the World Cup, so we can see in Canada. You know what I mean? Because they're coming in Canada.
Sure. Well, they'll be there next time, right? That's what we said last time, right? They'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's I don't think it's going to be the new reality. I think it'll always be an opera, but I don't think we can get used to not to not qualifying for World Cups anymore. It's highly unusual. They still are, perspective. We're still one of the better teams out there. It just feels like the Premier League is above all else. And I don't really know what else there is to it. I think, structurally, the league is, it's not well run, considering the fact that the league itself should be only looking to make as much money as possible to redistribute to the team so they can be more competitive with the other leagues. It feels like it's probably the largest issue overall. But teams do invest in youth players. It's just there's a desire to sell them off, and I don't know. Maybe it's just been a dry spell, and there haven't been a ton of good young players, and maybe we just think a player is good because he's Italian. But in reality, he may not have it, right? We all thought Bernardeschi was great. He wound up being, just all right. He didn't wind up being at the level you hoped, given his talent on the ball, right? He was like a Baldanzi type guy who on the ball, he excited you. And then he just capitulated under the mental pressure of playing for Juventus. But it's normal, I think, to want to see young Italians play if you're an Italian guy, if you follow the league. But it's I guess you got to trust that the coaches know what they're doing, but it's hard when it's a lot of the same old dogs who just want to keep their job, who just, get fired and rehired regularly, that are just like, you know what, I got to deal with guys who are reliable now. Let me deal with adults. I don't want to deal with the children who I can't trust. It does stifle the game a little bit. A solution might be to bring in young ideologue coaches who play exciting style and just do away with the guys like, honestly, the guys like Conte, who even guys like Mourinho, who just kind of
puts the young players
who want you to play exactly the way they tell you to, as opposed to go out there and play the beautiful game, I
but
think Allegri will let the Argentine play versus Inter. I hope so. Sorry,
no, sorry, but to talk about the young generation, which Antonio's talking about it, we have an example like Allegri. He doesn't like the young players, which now he's putting them surprisingly. But the Italian players, we have a lot of good ones in Serie B. Even an Italian coach from Serie B said that il calcio italiano è uno schifo because we have so many young good talents, then they call the extracommunitary whatsoever. And that's what these guys, they don't play at the national, which is sad because look at Spain. You see all these young kids, 16, 17 years old, that they play and they're like phenomenal.
Yeah.
But in Italy, it's like you said, too old school. Oh, tu sei troppo giovane. Oh, because in their mentality, you have to be like 27.
Tu sei troppo vecchio. Diciamo tu sei troppo vecchio. Diciamo questi invece.
Well, that's the thing.
Cristo.
Like same with me in Italy. When I was young, oh, tu sei troppo giovane, non puoi lavorare. You cannot work. Then when you're a little bit old, oh, but you're too old. You cannot. When a kid is
does anyone say working. That though? Does anyone say that? I feel like the older you are, the closer you are to death's door, the more they want you in Italy.
No, when I was there, it was tough, man. Trust me. I and then even my cousins said they lost their jobs. Hey, ma sei troppo vecchio because they don't want to pay extra. That's too much, man.
Right.
Troppo all'antico.
Why don't we just shut down the business and make and cultivate grapes? We want to pay less, but we don't want to hire young people. So fuck it. Let's just file Chapter 11. let's just file for bankruptcy and just get your feet up.
Exactly.
Just drink olive oil by the gallon till we die. Fuck it.
Drink lots of wine. Yeah.
I don't know, live off the land. But yeah, man. I think it'll be a good game. I really do. I am excited I haven't been excited for a game in a while. I'm pumped up for it. I'm gonna make a point. I'm gonna make a point of stopping what I'm doing, and sometimes it's a weekend. You go out, don't watch, rewatch. I do anyway. I don't watch. I shut my phone off and I watch at night, which is bad. But whatever. Sometimes something. It's not great because if something really crazy happens, people will text you. It's just hard to avoid. But no, not for this one. This is one of those. Empoli last week. We were fucking killing a pig while it was happening. TV was on in one phone over here, up on the top shelf in the garage while I was turning a sausage machine. I swear to God, at my girlfriend's grandmother's house. I wasn't sitting down on Adderall, glued to the couch for that one. I was like, all right, let's see, whatever. I'll chill. I don't need to sit down and be gripped by this one.
I see.
6 a.m. I don't have to be there con la mocha all the time. But this one, yeah, I'll be.
You'll watch.
I'll be excited.
It's a big match. We cannot miss it. So
no, sir.
Oh.
Well, no. Thanks for what you're. Thanks for what you're doing here, man. Which is clearly very important. It's spreading the good word about how Inter are dogs and are subhuman and you're fighting the good fight, my friend.
No, thank you. I was shocked when you said you wanted to join me, especially at the Turin Giants. You said, "Oh, you want me to do a live with a guy named Reno Zed?" Oh,
well, I don't think I said it exactly. I mean, to be honest, we could pull up the tape. I don't remember what I said. I don't think that's exact. I think I might have just been. I think I might have found it funny because it's a very Italian name, so I was probably laughing at that. Me, all right, Reno Z. Let's go.
Well, this says Reno Z, but that said Reno Zed. That's the proper way.
No, I know, but it just sounds funny. It sounds funny. It sounds like I don't know. It sounds like a mob nickname. It sounds like a very Brooklyn thing. Yeah, I'm Reno Z. But
Yeah.
that I might have found that funny. But you're a good guy, and I appreciate you wanting to do this and for inviting me on. You're very kind,
Well,
and you're a Juventino, and you're Abruzzese, which is all that really
but that's
matters.
really connected.
That's all that matters. I have a
Well, I'll
soft
have you
spot for
back again,
Juventini
my
and for
friend.
Abruzzese,
Yeah,
for sure.
I'll have you back. Then maybe in the future we can see to do any time, but we have to do it early if we're not busy because I have to work too. So we'll see what we can do in the future for the Italian one.
I won't say no. But yeah, enjoy the weekend, man. Enjoy the game, and
Yeah,
thank you for
thank you
having
for
on.
coming,
For having me on.
everyone.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
No, thanks for
Everyone,
having me
put a
on.
like and subscribe from the Bordello podcast. And I guess I'll see you soon, my friend.
Yeah, for sure. Feel free to check out the pod. It's on YouTube right now. If you're on the YouTube app and you're watching this right now, don't don't yeah, don't do whatever you have to do. Keep procrastinating. Keep distracting yourself from your impending doom and your own mortality. Just watch some of my content right now on YouTube. If
Oh,
you're on
yeah.
YouTube anyway,
You'll
just
love
search
it.
it up. Episode 263 went out yesterday at the time of recording, and we talked a lot about Mussolini, funnily
Wow.
enough.
I
Oh
have
yeah.
to watch that.
Yeah, or yeah. It was fun. I won't spoil it, but yeah, feel free to go watch that. It was a fun episode. Feel free, or don't. That's fine. Do what you got to do. Go watch porn, and if you'd like instead, that's also fun. No,
Okay.
really, I understand. I'm competing against a lot of really entertaining content out there, but
Yeah, it's hard.
feel free to check it out and
Okay, my
sub
friend.
if you haven't. Thank you, bro.
Okay, I will still continue on. Then
You will.
you
You're gonna
will.
go solo. Oh, all right. You're an
Yeah,
animal.
yeah.
Nice,
No
beautiful,
problem.
perfect. Enjoy. Have a great time.
Enjoy. Thank you. And we'll
Sorry for having to take off, but thank you for the invite. It's
no, no,
very
no. But
kind of
thank
you.
you for coming. That was more than wonderful. Then we'll do it
God
better
bless.
next
Ok,
round.
tante belle cose.
Grazie.
Tutto buono. Ciao. Buona
Ciao, ciao.
partita domenica.
Domenica,
Ciao.
sì, sì. Ciao, ciao,
Sì,
ti
sì.
amo. Ciao. And there you have it, Mr. Sam Adamo from the Bordello uh, uh, podcast. Pretty interesting. Sadly, he had to leave, but Grande Antonio, stai dicendo che sono giovane? No, non sono giovane. Quando io sono stato in Italia, cioè giovane, ho 38 anni, però in quei tempi in Italia ero molto giovane e non mi facevano lavorare, caro Antonio. So there you have it, guys. All I can say, the big match is coming. Let's hope they kick some ass. All right. I know I always say calma, calma, but underneath in my heart, I want to see them. I want to beat them 100%. Which, funny enough, tomorrow I'm going to be with Inter Worldwide, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be on his show. So if you guys want, you can check it out on his show. I'll be with him doing kind of like a pre show. Then maybe when he has free time, because he's working too, I'll have him back to mine. So that's going to be an interesting one. But I like Anthony. He's a good guy. I never had a problem. So I'll have lots to talk about with him because, he has been saying things. But with me, it's okay. But of course, he has a lot of crazy Juventus, which I have a lot of crazy Interisti. So it makes you want to say certain things. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Mink, I'm going 37 on Sunday. So then I'm old also. No, I don't say I'm old. I retain myself young. Just to answer your question, you know what I mean? Funny Antonio. Funny Antonio. So that's my take. I say a tie. What are your guys? He said 2-1 either way. So, and let's hope a clean game, man, because I don't want to see any bad things. You know what I mean? So, with all this refereeing and all that kind of stuff. Moving on, Mr. James Lapierre 3-0. Like Sam said, it won't be that easy, but you never know. Let's hope our boy Allegri does something about it. I don't know if you guys watched my last video about Mr. Allegri, because everybody's seen what they say about Gazzetta dello Sport. That's how I call it. So, oh, finally you're giving credit to Chiesa. I hope so, bro. I only hope so. I said my piece last time with Allegri. I still remain the fact for me, he won't stay. Because it's true, La Sociedad, they want him to stay, but with the lower salary. For me, with the lower salary, no. But I could be wrong. That's all I can tell you. This is my thoughts on this, and I will still buy it because we can still hear the rumors about Conte. But even with Milan, I was following Serie A sit down yesterday, and even they think that Conte won't come. Of course, they want another coach whatsoever. But Thiago Motta, we have to see because let's say Inzaghi doesn't win the Scudetto, there are rumors that he might go to Inter, Thiago Motta. So there could be a coach that we don't know, a young coach that we don't know. Probably Italian, but you can say whatever you want. I don't want him either, but that's reality. Yeah, James, come on with your BS. I'm saying it could be a coach that nobody knows. We've seen it with the Mercado, with Mr. Jundley. Brought a kid that nobody knows. So please, James, you need to calm down, man. Let it go that Conte went to Inter. He was a businessman. It's about business. Like, I don't agree with the fact with Conte, but you know what I mean. We can't keep this bacala forever. So, oh, cold soup, whatever. It's not my decision. You have to ask Giuntoli and Sushida. So it's not my like I said, until non c'è la firma, I won't believe it, bro. That's my 2 cents. Ne più ne meno. But besides that, we'll see what happens with this young kid. And because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, my, that wasn't a good choice," this and that. You know what I have to say about this? No, concrete. They're saying Klopp probably. So no, Conte wants to stay in Italy. Maybe Man United, but let's wait and see, my friend. Because a lot of people are complaining about this new kid, but I believe in Giuntoli. So, and which is good that we not get any players from Italy. Hopefully, in the summer they can go for free. Then we'll pay them off. And I want to see now what Gavin and company has to say because that Juventus did not pitch in on anything. So, huh? That's what I heard through my little sources in Italy. So Barca, I don't know, maybe Klopp, but we have to see, bro. I don't think he's gonna go there, man. It'll be either Milan, Juventus, because he's desperate, my friend. Yeah, I believe you, Jim. I cannot judge the player because I haven't seen him. Like I see him through videos, James. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. We'll see what happens. Hopefully for the better. Then moving on with the Conte situation, people are saying it's 100% sure about Milan, but I doubt it. There's no way he's going for 5 million, and the players. I don't think a guy like Leo will agree uh, with Leao and company. But that's what I'm saying. I've been hearing even from the Italians, they were complaining through my Facebook and stuff like that. I totally agree with you, James. People come, yeah, come. It might be a kid that exploded. You remember last year, all these players that we did not know through Napoli, and they did good under Giuntoli. So, I don't know, bro. That's what it's. But you know, people, they always have to yap, yap, yap. So, I don't know what to tell you, bro. So, that's my 2 cents on that end with Milan, because I still don't see. But we'll see what happens. Maybe Thiago Motta might go there. If he sucks, send him back. Finito. Well, there's the opportunity to send him back on the summer because you don't want to pay that wage either, my friend. So, you know, but we'll wait and see, man. People always have to complain, bro. I just laugh about it. That's my theory. You know what I mean? So, uh, nothing much, nothing special to say, guys. All I'm getting excited on Sunday. I'm gonna be with James with the Juventus Club of Vancouver. So I'm gonna bring my wife too. I'm gonna get drunk if we ever win. Well, I'll get drunk anyways, but it's good to be drunk if you win. James, why you want Arthur, man? Really? Man, I love you, everything, but your taste of players and coaches is unbelievable, man. Like the fact you want Giroud instead of Chiesa. Come on, bro. We don't need Arthur. Aria fresca. Yes, the GOC YBR. Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. Let's hope for a good one, so we can give to our fellow interisti te a casa. E poi godo io. Surprising there isn't no interisti today. Maybe I should do this more often early, so I don't have to hear them yap 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 yap. You know what I mean? So, and funny enough, there's Doveri on the match. Uh, well, on the VAR. So I won't be too worried about Doveri because last time when he played with Inter, he did a good job. So I'm pretty sure he'll do good. Who, Arthur? Nah, they're probably gonna get rid of it. Well, what you need, Arthur, man? But there's so many players out there. We don't need these. Oh, you don't want him? Okay, bravo. I know you just say no. We don't need this Ribambiri, man. Please, please, James. Keep on scrolling, putting these likes. If you're on Twitter, if you want to leave a comment, come down to YouTube, put a like and subscribe, and let's do a little Serie A recap because pretty much there's nothing much to talk about. I thought to brought up the Allegri situation because I had to call it up today. Yeah, exactly. Grande James. So yeah, let's wait and see. Because since this morning I had buddies from Italy saying, "Oh, Allegri rimane per altri 10 anni." I don't care what Gazzetta dello Sport says, even Giovanni Albanese. But you gotta understand, all these journalists are in favor to Allegri. They cannot say the the opposite. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that what I'm saying is true. Even Gianni Balzarini, the famous journalist, said for him, win or lose, he's gonna leave. So, but whatever the decision is, I'll be happy, and I think they will do the right decision. To 2026, no one will take him with 5 million wage. Child gotta go. Yeah, James. For sure. Hey, of course, you put me in on Sunday, so of course I'm going to be there. Thank you so much, James. Not a problem. And thank you for the little updates. You're always up to date on certain things that I don't know. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's one of the reasons I keep embarking on Allegri because, they say things, then I have to say my 2 cents. You can look it up in my video, which I had a lot of likes and stuff. So, allora, ma che cazzo? Stupid thing. Italian Serie A. I'm just trying to put the. No, I don't need this. This technology quando fa cagare. Quando fa cagare, you disgraziato. I just need the match. I don't need this. Match day. One second, guys. I hate this computer. I hate technology. Man, I tell you. So, ma perché cazzo fa questo? Ma vaffanculo assordo, scusate. Okay, on the next match day 23, correct? One second, guys. I'll be right back as my phone is acting weird. One second, guys. Sorry, I am back because I did not know I had to leave my charger on in order for my phone to work because it was going back and forth. Allora, we go into the important matches because to talk about all of them, you know what I mean? So let's start off with this is weird with my phone. Mamma mia. 1 second, guys. Sorry, I don't know. Something's fishing with the streamer that's really pissing me off. I guess I gotta touch the phone in order for me to do good. So starting off on Saturday, there's Frosinone and Milan. Is Pioli gonna still be on fire? Let's wait. I know it's Frosinone, but I don't know, man. This Milan. It's funny how people believe that Milan is gonna win the how you call it the Europa League, but no offense to you guys, it's not gonna happen. And on the discussion about Conte, because the people are saying about Ibrahimovic, but he has no such thing in. Yes, he has been talking to him, but we all have to wait and see what's gonna happen. So I have a feeling maybe a Thiago Motta might be there, because in the Juventus hand, like I said, it could be a coach that we don't know that might come if Allegri ever leaves. But Frosinone and Milan, I'll give a 2-0 for Milan. But they haven't been scoring even on PK, man. But that Loftus Cheek, he's been pretty good. So then on the next game, Napoli Verona, I'm giving 1-0 for Verona because Napoli, even the last game against Lazio, minchia, really bad, really bad. Because speaking of Lazio, they have Atalanta. I think Atalanta this time they're going to destroy them. I'll give 3-1 for Atalanta. So yeah. Then at the same time, I already say my piece with Juventus Inter, so or Inter Juventus. Yeah, that's gonna be. I say 1-1, but let's hope to see these kids grinding because sure they're gonna have back Chanalogu and Barella, so we'll see. But after their last performance, guys, I don't know, man. I don't see them very too exciting, to be honest with you. So that's just me. But if you want to call them the Real Madrid of Italy, well, kudos to you. Kudos to you. What can I say? What can I say? Let's wait and see. I hope to see this kid sometime soon, Carlos Alcaraz, in our end. Yeah, I think Inter got Zelinski, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he's going to be playing, but we'll wait and see. It's going to be an interesting game. I know a lot of my fellow Interistas will give me a hard time. It'll be interesting tomorrow to talk with Anthony from Inter World. We're going to have lots to talk about. And yeah, that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Nothing too special to say. The thing is, the Mercado funding is off. We got one player, which I'm pretty sure Mr. Juntley knows what he's doing. And let's enjoy some culture, guys. That's all I have to say. I'll probably have back Bordello podcast. Maybe my boy Alberto from All Uvicast. I have to talk to him and wait and see. I might have some guests through my subscribers. I'll see how that is going to work because with my work and stuff. So, because they really want to do a live with me. So, why not? Why not? If you guys want to do a live with me, you can contact me through Culture with Reno on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at Reno Zaurino if you can find me as Culture with Reno Z. So that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Until then, guys, I'm guessing to do the next live a little bit late. We'll see how my schedule is going to be. Then I might have Richard from Serie A sit down maybe in a couple weeks. So let's wait and see, boys, and let's enjoy some fun. Because on Sunday, Forza Juve, yeah, Casa Inter, my fellow Inter Tristi. Funny enough, some guy, one of my followers, he's, I think, Australian, did not like my last video, what I did by Inter. Hey, this is what you're going to get with me. So It is a reality. But you guys should start commenting when I say good things about you. I know Reese have been going on you guys no matter what. But I never see nobody saying good things when I talk good about you guys. You just want to give me a hard time. Then I give you back. Then I'll still do more against you guys. That's my job. Plain and simple. Allora, till then, guys, Forza you fino alla fine. Please put a like and subscribe. And I will chat with you lovebirds soon. Ciao ciao e arrivederci.